Okay, so welcome to our deep dive today. We're going to be looking at Psalm 84 from the New Living Translation.
Okay.
And we're going to be kind of looking at, for you, the listener, we're going to be looking at what this ancient text can tell us about, our deepest longings and the kind of joy that can come from finding a truly meaningful place.
Right.
So think of this as a quick guide to understanding why this particular psalm, even with its historical context, might still speak to you today.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this song was written for the choir director and the descendants of Korah, accompanied by a stringed instrument. And it really centers on this powerful yearning for what it calls God's dwelling place.
Yeah.
And right away you notice the intensity of this desire to be in the courts of the Lord.
You're right, that longing jumps out at you. The writer even says, I faint with longing to enter the courts of the Lord. With my whole being, body and soul, I will shout joyfully to the living God. It's not just a passing thought, is it?
No, not at all.
It's this deep, all-encompassing desire. And
Yeah.
for those who get to be there, you see this incredible joy in singing praises. What do you make of that contrast, that intense longing leading to such joy?
Well, I think what's fascinating to consider is the image used right after that. The sparrow and the swallow finding a home near the altar. This gives us a powerful way to understand our own human desire for belonging and security. This sacred place isn't just for worship, it's presented as a true home, a sanctuary where one can find rest. And I think it's also interesting to notice that personal connection in the phrase, "O Lord of heaven's armies, my King and my God." It speaks directly to that individual relationship.
And it's not just about arriving at this place, is it? You see how the journey itself is important. The psalm talks about the joy of those whose strength comes from the Lord and who are on their way to Jerusalem. Even when they walk through the valley of weeping or the valley of Baca, it transforms into a place of refreshing springs and blessings. What does that tell you about facing difficulties on a meaningful path?
Well, I think it suggests that the very act of striving towards something sacred and relying on inner strength can bring about transformation in your own life. The challenges don't necessarily disappear, but they can become sources of unexpected blessings and renewed strength as you continue your journey.
Then comes this really striking statement. A single day in your courts is better than 1,000 anywhere else.
Wow.
For you, what does that emphasis on the value of presence tell you about our priorities? The writer even says they'd rather be a humble gatekeeper in God's house than live comfortably somewhere else. That's a radical choice, isn't it?
It really highlights the incomparable value placed on that sense of connection, that feeling of being in the right place. It's not about material comforts or status. It's about the deep fulfillment found in that spiritual connection. And then the song goes on to describe God as our sun and our shield, giving grace and glory, and promising that no good thing will be withheld from those who do what is right.
I think it's worth thinking about what those metaphors of protection and favor might mean to someone seeking that connection. It paints a complete picture, doesn't it? From that initial intense longing to finding a sense of home, navigating life's journeys, valuing presence above all else, and seeing a divine source as ultimately good. And it all leads to that final verse, "O Lord of heaven's armies, what joy for those who trust in you." It seems like the whole psalm is building toward this idea that trust is key to this profound happiness you read about.
Yes, and I think the consistent theme of joy is directly tied to this act of trust. It's not just a fleeting emotion, but a deep and abiding joy that comes from placing faith and reliance in something larger than oneself.
So as you've heard, Psalm 84 takes us on this journey of a deep yearning for connection, reveals the joy found in that connection, highlights how the journey itself can be transformative, emphasizes the immense value of spiritual connection over worldly comforts, and ultimately points to the profound joy that comes from trust.
This ancient text, even today, speaks to those fundamental human desires for belonging, for purpose, and for a sense of something greater. That gives life meaning.
Absolutely. And on that note, for you to consider, what dwelling place, whether it's a physical location, a relationship, or even an internal state, holds the greatest meaning for you and provides a deepest sense of joy and security? And how does understanding that shape the way you live your life, what you prioritize? It's something worth reflecting on. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.